Hello everyone, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. Today we are back on the East Coastway Remastered route, and we are taking out a version of the Class 171 which I haven't taken out yet. The only video I've done with this was in the Stroke 7, which is the 2-car version, but in the Stroke 8 with 4 cars is also included in this pack, so I thought might as well take it out. We're doing a run from here at Eastbourne up to Brighton. So let's hop in and get started. Open the doors. Green signal ahead, so no need for the DRA. GSMR is on. Forgot to turn on the safeties. And I do need to turn on the TPWS. Train lights are already on. Oh, I hadn't gotten that achievement yet. Okay, I need to click the AWS fuse, and I think we're good there. Where's the TPWS switch in this thing? I cannot remember where it is. Oh! This, I've never noticed this sticker before. I don't think it's in any other version of the Turbostar. AWS DSD Vigilance, and yet I cannot find the TPWS switch. It's probably like a fuse on the back wall or something. Probably missing it by miles. Anyway, let's hop back down. So yeah, service today is 1 Golf 38 Ashford International to Brighton, stopping at Eastbourne, Polegate, Lewes, and Brighton. So yeah, the British Railways. Let's actually get down the window so we can hear our... Oh, actually, let's do the other window so we can hear our departure here. Since it is quite quiet in the Turbostar with the windows closed in this game. But yeah, in real life, the UK Railways network is currently having a large issue in real life. A massive fire emanating from a vape shop. Emanating from a vape shop near Glasgow Central Station has completely shut the station down, causing massive disruption. Let's just keep the window open for a bit longer. There's a Thameslink Class 700 which normally doesn't do, like, you know, runs to this area, but it's just doing it's just in the depot as part of a mileage accumulation run. So yeah, that's why that's there. Oh, I also forgot to mention what timetable we're in. We're in the Class 171 timetable, of course, but the version with the Class 313 running the Seaford services. I do have quite a few more videos that I want to make on East Coastway. I want to do a video in the 377/4, and I also want to do a video in the 66 doing an aggregates run from New Haven Aggregates Terminal up to Lewes, and then, but before I do that, there's also a new DLC coming out for this game. The Liberec to Stara Paka route in the Czech Republic that's coming out on my birthday, ironically, March 10th, made by Vector Simulations, a new third party, and from what I could see in the preview stream, it just looks absolutely amazing. Like, the scenery is just beyond anything else we've ever seen in this game before. Just everything about, and the 2 new kinds of Czech rolling stock, the Class 843 and the 750. And yeah, it just looks amazing. Trust me, there will be some videos on it on the channel. Nowadays it isn't prototypical for the 171 to be going as far as Eastbourne, Brighton, because yeah, the bit from Brighton to Eastbourne is electrified, but the bit from Eastbourne to Ashford is not. So nowadays the 171s just do the run from Ashford to from Ashford to Eastbourne and back. But yeah, this timetable is set in 2018, which is the last year that they were actually doing the run all the way to Ashford. Nowadays, that's unheard of for a passenger service. Seagulls. I'm also using the live weather mod, by the way, and I've also done some adjustments to the live weather to make it a bit less abrupt on the old transitions between different weather types, I hope. And also, yeah, I've also downloaded a new mod, which I forgot to put in my Trains of the World mod collection, which I do apologize for. There's 377. Which is a temporary fix to fix a lot of currently broken passenger information screens. It seems as though something in one of Dovetail Games' recent core updates has broken the way in which the game communicates with the passenger information screens. Like that script that translates the route the game thinks you're on into information going into the passenger information screens, that seems to have become a bit broken somehow. So there is a temporary fix patch out on the Train Sim community website, so hopefully that can get fixed. Alright, that's the 35 warning board, so notch 3 on the brakes. Oh wow, okay, that's quite the braking. Should go to notch 1. Yeah, these are powerful brakes, especially at the higher notches. I've been enjoying East Coastway. While not as decent a remaster as the Great Western Express one was, there are definitely some holes in the remaster. Like, so definitely the foliage quality definitely needs a bit more of an upgrade, and there's still some like bugs and missing features. Especially with the 171 and 377/3, but yeah, other than that, this is pretty nice. And
We are now approaching Parkgate.
Oh yeah, there's the announcements going. Haven't got faults turned on today. They just don't interest me that much. Maybe I'll turn temporary speed restrictions on or something. I don't know. It's just... Oh, more birds. We've got 1 minute to do this stop at Polegate without being late, so... try and do this somewhat well. Do have a red signal, so I should probably get under 15 miles an hour. Otherwise, TPWS will certainly go off after a certain distance. So yeah. This is only one of our 3 stops we gotta do today. Lewis and Brighton being next. And there we go.
This train is the Southern service to Brighton, calling at Lewis and Brighton.
I do like the announcement. Yeah, I do like the different announcement voice that's been implemented on the Rivet Games stock. And I do like the interior too. Like, say what you will about Rivet Games and their sometimes shoddy work quality, I must admit, like, the visual modeling, even on the stock on their bad routes, is very nice. Like, the visual modeling I've never had a problem with from their company. There's another 171. Let's actually do a hill start. Oh, hit the wrong button there. Oh, I meant to do a hill start, but is that button even assigned? Oh, it's the 2-car stroke 7. Very nice.
Welcome aboard the Southern service to Brighton, calling at Lewis and Brighton. The next station is Lewis.
just calling it Lewis next. I know it looks like it should be pronounced Lewes. It's spelled like it should be pronounced Lewes instead of Lewis, but it's pronounced Lewis. Just make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Okay. Yeah, I think we've got everything. Hard to believe that this is now... that this Southern 171 is now the 4th different version of the Turbostar family we have in the game. We've got the ScotRail 170-4, the West Midlands 170-5 and /6, the Cross Country /5 and /6, both the West Midlands and Cross Country one are for Birmingham Cross City, and then the Southern Class 171 /7 and /8 are of course for this line. I do like the rail running sounds. Can I interact with the notice board light? Oh, that's windshield. Oh, it's on by default? I'll turn it off. We don't need it. Let's do a proper fly past shot, since we've got the rail singing, so we'll hear it coming from a mile away. Oh, and it's what? There we go. Wide open space. Perfect. Ooh, and there's another train coming from the other direction. That's actually perfect timing. Look at this. There we go. We didn't even overspeed. That's very cool that I managed to time that. That's very nice. So yeah, we should be, once we get past Lewis, we should start seeing the Class 313 popping up. How's performance today? Basically rock solid 60 frames per second. That's what I've got the game capped at. I know my monitor can actually handle 144 Hz, but I don't think the game doesn't like going that high for frames per second. So yeah, I've got it capped at 60 just because, well, that's what I record at, so why should I have it go higher than 60 frames a second if you viewers aren't even going to appreciate it. Start slowing down for that 75. I think with the 171 did get some improved sounds, so I think they've definitely improved like the rail running sounds. Like the engine horn, I think, are basically untouched, but like the rail running sounds have definitely been improved, which is a nice touch. Very nice indeed. There's our 75. Some slight fog over the south coast today. Overcast. That's what I do like about the live weather. It provides a bit of variety and interest in the runs, rather than just like the stock weather presets that you get in the game's main menu. Like, it adds a little bit extra touch of realism, which I do really like. Let's open the window. It's a bit too loud, which is why I prefer having the windows closed. Looks like it's perfect rain weather. Wouldn't be surprised if it did start to rain. 90 miles an hour is the maximum that we can go on this line. I do hope that if we ever do get a Brighton mainline remaster, which is the London Victoria to Brighton route, which is, in my opinion, in dire need of a remaster and a new timetable, I'd absolutely love to have a Class 171 layer for a bit of extra, like, you know, stuff to do instead of the constant DC third rail electric stuff that's prevalent on that line at the moment. In the current timetable, I should say. 80 limit coming up. There we go. Going via Sotherham. I think it's Sotherham Junction in 1.5 miles. So let's have a look at the map. So yeah, we're going from here to here. That's Seaford down there. So Lewis is here, Brighton is here, and those are our only 2 stops left today. So yeah, this service normally runs as a in this timetable would run in real life as a local. In this time period, would run as a local between Ashford and Eastbourne, and now runs express as far as Brighton. But nowadays, of course, that doesn't happen, so you have to transfer at Eastbourne to an electric train, to an Electrostar if you want to go to Brighton. East Coastway is a pretty easy route to drive on. There's not too many crazy gradients, and it's just nice to run on this route as an express. Just place to place, no issues. I see that red signal on the map, but that's only because we haven't gone via this go via location, which is just up here on the map. So once we pass there, that signal should turn green. That is a core thing with the game. Lewis in 2.5 miles, and there we go, that signal has changed just like it should. Give it notch 5. I thought that was raindrops moving across the screen. It wasn't, it was cars on this road. That's very funny. I do like East Coastway for when you need for when you want to do a run that's just not too hard and it's pretty relaxing. Like, this is a route that can't be beat. Do have a 40 limit coming up. Excuse me. Bit crazy to think this route has been around in its older this route was originally released in 2019, and yeah, and then the Class 313 has been around since 2021. All right, let's get down to that 60 limit. Yeah. The reason it's going down to 40 is because of Sotherham Junction, which is just coming in on the left-hand side from Seaford. AWS just went off, probably indicating a station. There's the 40 warning board, so I'll start slowing down. Hard to believe I've been playing Train Sim World in no less than 4 different guises over the past 3 years. And yeah, well, I've definitely had some ups and downs with this game. It's definitely, yeah, it's by far my most played video game of all time. And yeah, like, if it wasn't for the free starter pack for each new version of Train Sim World every year, I would have stopped playing with when Train Sim World 5 came out. I'd probably switched entirely to flight sims. But yeah. And also yeah. Also, if it wasn't for the many excellent third-party developers in this game, I'd have definitely stopped playing too, because the excellent third-party developers like Grub Dog Games, Just Trains, oh, that's a 10, that's a 10, slow down. That's 3. There goes the line heading north, off toward London Victoria. We're heading into platform 4 here. Well, yeah, definitely Trains of the World has had its ups and downs, but I don't think there's any reason why I'll stop playing this game. Like, the updates that keep happening are excellent, DLCs coming out are awesome.
Service to Brighton, calling at Brighton only. The next station is Brighton.
Oh, okay, that guy just vanished. Interesting. We're here for the next 2 minutes, so let's bumble around a bit and see if we can get, like, some collectibles. I remember to put the train in neutral, so it's not as if it'll start going... The vigilance system won't start complaining at me, so... Is there any... Oh, can't go in there? Come on. The door's open, I might as well be allowed to go in there. Any, like, route maps? Doesn't look like it. Oh, there's another 377 coming in. Very slowly because of that 10-mile-an-hour limit. It's stroke 4. But yeah, the stroke 2 from West Coast Mainline South with the overhead pantograph also substitutes it, which is cool. Haven't seen any 313s yet, just a couple of 377s and one 700 at Eastbourne. 30 seconds. See, I actually want to look to see if there are any like 313s coming soon. Hard to tell. Oh yeah, it's 408. So yeah, we'll see the 408. That's leaving in 1 minute. Oh, I need to do the hill start, don't I? So I need to hold this hill start button. Wait a minute, there's no hill start? Wait a minute. This one doesn't have a hill start. The West Midlands Cross Country and ScotRail ones all have hill start. Hopefully Hopefully someone with more knowledge than me could explain in the comments why the hill start isn't on this version. Maybe Rivet haven't done it, but okay. Yeah, we've got a very slow 10-mile-an-hour section out of here. Now we could go up to 55. Up to 55, here we go. Go up to 70 in a minute. That's excellent. So that 313 heading to Seaford should have departed 1.5 minutes ago, so we should see it soon. We have 6.5 miles to Brighton. There's 10 minutes and 20 seconds to do that distance. Should have enough time. One cool thing about this timetable, though, the rolling stock was originally made by Rivet Games, but some of the rolling stock, I should say, but with the timetable was actually made originally as a PC mod by someone who made it for free for everyone to enjoy, and it might even still be up. I have no idea, but yeah, basically this whole timetable, both timetables I should say, are just made by one guy working in his free time to make it like to make a free product. But yeah, now of course it's payware, but it does have some new versions of rolling stock, and the people on console can access it as well, because PC only mods can't be accessed on console. We're at full throttle. The Turbostar definitely has some trouble when trying to get up to full speed. But yeah, since Rivet Games has shown a propensity to make new versions of the Turbostar, well, take the Turbostar, make it into, and do some minor changes on it to make new versions for it. I would love to see a Chiltern Railways Class 168 as part of a Marylebone to Banbury route, since we don't have Chiltern in the game, and I would love to see the Chiltern main line, since it's one of the I think it is one of, or the last main lines going into London which isn't electrified in some way. And I'd love to see the Chiltern Class 68 locomotive in game as well, because then you could do like push-pull services with the Mark 5 driving trailer, or the Mark 3 driving van trailer. There is a difference, I don't know what that is, but yeah. And yeah, you could also add a bunch of different networkers. You could add the class one. You could take the 165 and 166 that we already have with the Great Western Express, change that, and put them on as the Chiltern main line as well. Like, the only quote new rolling stock you'd have to make completely from scratch would be the Class 68 and Mark 5s. But yeah, I think the major problem with that is, since Chiltern would be a completely new operator for the game, you'd have to get a Chiltern license. And I know you can make stuff unbranded, like Liberec to Stara Paka is currently unbranded, and the Tadami line is unbranded too. But yeah, it definitely makes it harder to go on recording trips and getting sounds from, and also visual modeling as well. Definitely having a foggy trip today. Oh, no. Slow down. Love how we're still having excellent frame rate, like basically 60 frames per second. That's one of my favorite things about this line. It is not hard on the performance. There are definitely some lines which my computer does not like running. The Morristown line and the Kinzigtalbahn spring to mind immediately. But yeah, this line runs basically flawlessly, which is probably because it's an older route with less scenery assets and stuff. Yeah, seems that the fog's only getting denser. 2.5 miles to go. Honestly, almost forgot to go back up to 70. shut the throttle off since we are coming up on that 55 limit. I wonder where that class 313 is. Now that I said I'll probably just pop up out of the fog. But we'll see. Thankfully the fog isn't so bad that we're having to watch out for signals carefully. Start slowing down. There's the 313. Hello. And now. Get a good shot with that 313 right there. 313201. That's actually one of the two 313s that's actually retired. That's actually so cool. And it's actually not in a Southern livery. It's actually the British Rail blue livery in real life nowadays. But yeah, nice that we get to see that. A unit that's preserved in real life. Now, when this timetable was set, of course, there were still many 313s still in service. But yeah, they're all gone now. Apart from most of them were scrapped, 2 were preserved. One mile to go. Oh wow, the fog's getting even denser. That's insane. Start slowing down for that 30 limit. Yeah, it is really foggy. Well, visibility is still around 200, 300 meters. I've seen the fog in this game get a ton worse with the live weather, like 50-meter visibility on some occasions, which is just not fun to drive in, even if you have modern safety systems, because yeah, you'll just be bumbling around in the fog. Going over the Brighton viaduct, but you can't see anything because it's mostly fog. The driver assist says AWS forced a penalty brake. It hasn't, because if it had,
We are now approaching Brighton.
if it had, I would be coming to an emergency stop right now. I think that message is bugged, but I don't know why. There's a Gatwick Express 387 waiting in the little siding there. If we'll see any other trains coming in or out. There goes the line off to Victoria, forms the Brighton mainline route. We're coming in at platform 7. My goodness, visibility is pretty low. It's probably like a sea fog or something. There's a pair of Thameslink 700s lubing out of the fog there. Under 15 miles an hour, so the TPWS doesn't go off as we are approaching buffers. Is that another 313? That is another 313. Must have been ahead of us. Oh, we are a minute and a half early. That is efficiency. Alright, easy does it now. DRA on so I don't roll into the buffers. Oh, let's go taillights on. I was on day backup headlights the whole time. I did not realize. Well, at least it was still day headlights, it was just the backup ones. Wow, the fog has really got dense, my word.
24, Southern, Service 2, West Worthing, calling at Hove, Shore.
It's got the bug where it's not completing the service because I think we're too early. Let's just wait 30 seconds and see if we can Oh, what? Hang on, let's just do that. The drone camera does currently have a bug where it glitches above the station canopy at Brighton. Wow, this is some really dense fog. Can't even see the other end of those Class 700s.
Platform 5, Further.
And there we go. We only lost 32.5 points to speeding. And yeah, that'll be all for this video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. And if you can afford it, please do become a channel member. That gives you access to exclusive content. And yeah, it helps support the channel. So I will leave you there. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.